The following is a sports presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
This is CNEagles.com. I'm the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier, alongside special teams coach and the reigning AFCA Assistant Coach of the Year, Dino Waites. Yes, I did have to throw that in there. We continue our position previews today, and this time breaking down the entire special teams. Dino, let's start with return, kickoff return specifically. Treshaun Ward stands poised if he does what he has done the past 2 seasons to break the school record for kickoff return yards. What do you like about kickoff return unit?
Kickoff return, I mean, this is my 3rd year doing it. I'm really excited about it. Coach Crowder is the one that's over the unit. We've been getting better every year, and that's the best thing about it. The guys are learning that it's really one of the longest downs on the field that you can get, and it's all about fighting the block and believing that we're going to take it back. And they're starting doing that. And the good thing about having a returner like Treshaun Ward is every year he's got progressively better every time, every year from year to year. And the good thing about him is not only has he been doing that on the field, but off the field too, being a leader for us in the special teams. People believe that he can take it back. He believes that he can take it back. So I see this year he's going to probably end up in the end zone. That's the hope and that's the plan. So
yeah, still hasn't found the paint through 2 years, and in spite of some pretty long returns. He's gotten caught a couple times. So what's that take?
We've been talking about that, getting that last little gear it needs to get there. But I think he's going to get it because, like I said, he's been progressively getting better. And so that's what it's all about in the game anyway. And so when you can tell a player, hey, work on this, do this, and then you see it done as he's applying the stuff that you're telling him, then you know that he's going to be successful. And so that's what we shoot for, and that's what Treshaun has been doing for us, and it's been great.
Anthony Ball also returns in terms of kickoff returns. Who else can we expect to be back there?
I'm really excited about that group of returners because it's good when you're going to have 2 guys back there that, they can't pick and choose who they want to kick it to. I mean, you got people like Anthony Ball. We got a lot of running backs that's going to be back there. That's going to be pretty exciting for some people. We got a couple new guys like Damian Baker that'll be back there. We got some big guys that might be back there, like Rob McWright. So it's going to be fun to see what happens with that group, but it's going to be exciting. I can't wait to see what happens. So
yeah, Rob McWright, 6'2", 230, 4.4 speed. That's a freight train coming at you that would probably be pretty scary. You'd have to get out of the way.
Yes. So, I mean, and that's what Coach Sparks wants to do, put them back there and let's get a little interesting action. You get that thing rolling, that's hard to stop it. So it's going to be fun to see those guys compete to go back there. There'll be a lot of guys that probably want to be back there, some maybe like Andy Hibbett, but I don't know if we'll put him back there.
I mean, that's a starting running back, a potential all-conference candidate.
I'm pretty sure if we did put him back there, he'd do pretty good.
Yeah. Turn our attention to punt returns. Ward handled the duties the latter half of the season. What do you foresee in terms of your punt returner?
We put a couple guys back there through camp. We just not really getting a good feel at it. But definitely right now he's the one that can do it. I mean, you got that returning position. A punt return is way different than kickoff return. You got guys flying on you. It's bullets everywhere. Probably the most courageous, I don't care guy ever. And that's what you got to have, that kind of guy back there to go get the ball, and he does it every time. And he sets a good example for it. We got a couple of receivers that's doing a good job. Chris Seeley fills them clean every time. We even use Anthony Eubanks a little bit to catch some just to get comfortable with it. We got a couple cornerbacks. David Crumby, who actually transferred in this year, who's doing a good job at cornerback, also probably have an opportunity to maybe return to some too.
You look at the pressure that you got last year in terms of trying to block some stuff, and the guy who seemed to just have a knack for it, Jared East Brown, is out the door. How do you generate the same level of pressure that you got on kickers and punters last year?
Well, with our punt return, I mean, it's really simple in every 3 things that we want to do. We want to put pressure on the punter every time, no matter what. We want to also keep it simple, but we always want to have an opportunity for a return. And with a guy like Jared, who just has a knack, you want a guy to be down in the stance to get a great takeoff. But I mean, he could be standing up and he get a good takeoff, and he just got a good feel for it. And so the best thing to do, I mean, you got to find a guy that can do that. Yeah. And I think we got a couple guys that can do it. We'll see who it can be. Jason Williams was there last year, kind of the guy we're trying to raise up to do it. So and Jason Williams got great speed, great explosiveness.
Fastest guy on the team.
Yeah, I mean, so he has a good little knack for us. So the more he get a good feel for, he'll be good. But we got some guys in the interior that creates that opportunity for those guys. Like William Alderman is a guy that's inside that always gets the opportunity to apply pressure to the punter. He does a great job. Daryl Eubanks will be back this year. He'll be able to help us do that too in punt return. So I'm excited about that.
In terms of the actual act of kicking and punting, you have to replace our old pal Thunderfoot, and Kurt Duncan goes down as probably one of the top 2 or 3 kickers to ever come through Carson-Newman. What do you foresee from the likes of Charlie Ray, Ben Ogle, in finding a consistent replacement for Kurt Duncan at both kicker and punter?
Yeah. I mean, the awesome thing about Kurt is, yes, he's a great kicker. Believe it or not, he's probably one of our best athletes that we had last year. But beyond that, he was a great leader, a great young man. He helped challenge those guys while he was here. And so the good thing about Ben and Charlie is they have a high standard. You know what I'm saying? That's what they want to try to compete with, and that's what they want to try to do. And so Charlie is a guy that, I mean, he's in the weight room working out hard. He's on the field running hard. Even at that kicker position, he's trying to do everything that everybody's doing to make himself better. And so I see him having a successful season. Ben gets a great opportunity because Ben has 3 years left, and so I mean he has a great leg. He does a good job of putting the ball where you ask him to put it. I think as he progresses and grows, man, he's going to be right there with Kurt, as being able to do some great things for us. So,
Dino, certainly appreciate the time. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
That is Carson-Newman Special Teams Coach and the reigning Division II AFCA Assistant Coach of the Year, Dino Waites. I'm the voice of the Eagles, Adam Cavalier, and this is SeeingEagles.com.